Good afternoon. Happy Monday. Happy Cyber Monday, that is. The biggest shopping day of the year, apparently. Got some Cyber Monday stats I'll throw your way. Welcome in, welcome in. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving, a great weekend, Black Friday, all that stuff. This is a big day for anybody who does e-commerce, right? Cyber Monday, big day. We are live on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and as always, so if you're live watching, say hello down below in the chat. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear about your Thanksgiving. How were sales? Did you have a big Black Friday weekend? Small Business Saturday, Cyber Monday. Tell me about your sales. I want to hear about them. I want to hear what you ate for Thanksgiving too. Sorry I missed you last week. Kim and I were in Florida visiting my family. My parents live down in the Tampa area, so we were down there from Saturday to Saturday. So sorry I missed you last Monday, but good to see you this morning. All these lives are also available as a replay. You can watch them on YouTube or Facebook as soon as this live is over. We have hundreds of these lives that you could rewatch if you want to. And if you are watching this on a recording, hello, hope you're doing well. And let me know that you're watching the recording by writing SHIP, SHIP, down below in the chat, because we're going to be shipping out orders today. Hey, Carly, I appreciate your positive vibes down in the chat. Hope you had a good Thanksgiving too. We really did. It was a good break. It was nice to get away from the Asheville area. I felt my blood pressure go down, that's for sure. My weight and cholesterol probably went up, but what's up, Tej? How are you? Say hello down below in the chat. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear about Thanksgiving and all that. Here's some Cyber Monday stats. So Cyber Monday 2023, so last year, beat expectations. It was a 9.6% year over year increase in the US. So $12.4 billion was spent last year on Cyber Monday, 12.4 billion. They say that was the biggest online shopping day all time in the US, like the biggest day on record, biggest single day of shopping, which is crazy. In Europe, Cyber Monday saw a 10% increase last year. So Cyber Monday is catching on more in Europe now. Last year, the US saw a 3% increase. I'm curious, do you think that Cyber Monday sales will go up this year or down from last year? We have a lot of things like inflation and a tough economy and all that. I'm curious what you think. Will Cyber Monday sales go up or down this year compared to last year? Let me know down below in the chat. And again, last year was $12.4 billion. That's a lot of zeros. We have 11 orders, 12 orders, 13 orders to ship out today. We have, I shipped everything. We came back from vacation late Saturday. Yesterday, I shipped out all the orders that came out through the week. So a whole bunch of coffee. I think we had like 40 eBay, Posh, and Mercari orders to ship out. So did all that yesterday. So what we'll be shipping today is anything that came in over the last 24 hours. So 8 eBay sales, 2 Poshmark or Mercari, and 2 coffee orders going out the door today too. Actually, 3 coffee orders. I got to deliver one to a neighbor that lives down the street. So welcome in. Tej up because Black Friday was slow. Interesting. So they're saying Black Friday was slower than typical. So you're expecting a bounce back for Monday. If you're interested, by the way, I just, and if you didn't get the email already, if you're not on my email list, I just dropped a list of Kim and I's favorite Cyber Monday deals. I just dropped that into everybody's inbox a couple hours ago. If you'd like to jump on that email list, you can do so. I'm going to drop the link down below to my website. If you scroll down just a little bit on the website, you'll see the subscribe thing. So if you want to get that email and future emails from me, if you're not already on the email list, I just dropped that link down below. It's the Peak Opportunity Coaching website, and you'll see you can just drop your name, first, last name, and email address, and I'll send you out that Cyber Monday deals list if you're interested in that sort of thing, and just join the email list. That's where I'll send out discounts about coffee and just like little news and updates about coffee business too. So if you're interested in joining that, I just dropped the link down below. There's also links like here on the screen, like up below or down below. Yeah, you get it. Welcome in. If you're on Instagram, you'll just have to go to my profile. But what is happening? All right, let's get some orders out. As always, you're the boss for at least a few seconds here. What are we going to ship first? eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, or coffee? Let me know down below in the chat just by writing eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, or coffee, and that's what we'll ship first. Of course, we're going to ship everything. A total of 13 orders in the last 24 hours. Oh, just got another order on eBay. Nice. 2 orders on eBay. How about it? We'll save those for tomorrow. This is enough for today. Let me know down below in the chat. What are we going to ship first? eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, or coffee? You're the boss for a second. And let's see, I'll get my stuff put together here. I know I'm going to need a box for some shoes. We sold some shoes today. Tej says eBay. Cool. What's up, Frenchie? Welcome in. Black Mountain needs to do a whole bean. Black Mountain needs to do a whole bean advent calendar. What would that look like? A whole bean advent calendar. So it'd be like a different bean for every day for Advent. Is that what it would be? Like one single bean. Frenchie's in the house. Tej beat you with the eBay. So we'll do eBay. We got 8 orders on eBay. We'll get the shipping labels printed out. Let's rock. If you have any questions about running a small business out of your home, we've been selling on eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari since 2018. Oops, ran out of shipping labels, I think. Did I have enough? Almost. Oh, I might have had just enough. So if you have any questions about this sort of thing, let me know. Happy to do that. If you have any questions about shipping intimidates a lot of people. Happy to answer the questions. That's my favorite part, is the teaching. We've been doing content for 4.5 years, showing people what happens in our business and teaching people how to start a side hustle or grow their existing side hustle on eBay, Poshmark, Mercari. We've also sold on Depop and Grailed. And we sell on Amazon too, I should mention that. I don't have any Amazon orders to ship out today, but I did have some Amazon FBA orders that went out the door yesterday. So Amazon takes care of shipping those, which is nice. Our first order is going out the door to Kim. Kim's in Villa Rica, Georgia. I'm going to show you all the items that sold, tell you how much I paid for them and how much they sold for. So I paid $29 for this Polo Ralph Lauren, brand new with tags. You can see the retail on this is $110. Little pony on the chest right there, nice pink color. Sold a lot of polos actually over the last several days. We'll ship out a bunch of like polos, like short sleeve shirts, they're all new with tags. People are shopping for new with tag stuff. So I paid $29 for this. It sold for $46 plus $5.95 shipping. I bought like 6 or 8 of these, so a nice multi-quantity listing. I took a best offer on this one here. What is up? What's up? Don't forget to, thank you, Frenchie. I appreciate that. That's really kind of you. You're my hype man. I was looking on Amazon for one of my son-in-law, but there was only ground ones. Interesting. So there's like little bit of ground coffee in each one. That's fascinating. Would have never thought of something like that. Tej, you're super smart. Everyone gets a handwritten thank you note. You know how that goes. This one's going out to Kim in Villa Rica, Georgia. The profit on this item would have been, let me just do some quick math in my head here. 37. I made like $9 off this order right here, but again, it's a multi-quantity item. So every time one sells, I make 9, but I also have it listed at 50. I think I have this listed for $55. So some of them will make more than $9 profit. So one listing, set the quantity to 6 or whatever it was, and just let them all sell. Easy. I love those. My hype man, Frenchie, is in the house. What's up, Frenchie? What's going on lately? You mustn't be doing lawns right now. Is that true? What have you switched your energy towards? Got an order for Christopher going out the door. Sold a few of these actually over the weekend. Just listed these a couple days ago. Holderness in Bourne, men's size medium. This is the model is called the Ward. This is a cotton sweatshirt. So I sold 2 of these over the weekend. This one sold for $82. I paid $40 for this. So my profit on this will be, let's see, $16 off that. Be 64, 66. So I'll make $25 profit off of this, and I have like 6 of them in the same size. So again, one listing, 6 of them, and every single one will make me somewheres around $25. I have it listed for $89, so some of them might make me more like $30. The other one I sold this weekend sold for $81, so this one's $82. Go out the door to Christopher. This is brand new with tags. This retails for $185, so this person's getting a great deal to get this for $82. It's $103 off retail on this. Really hot brand too. I love buying and selling. Holderness and Bourne, Thrifter, Sifter is in the house. What is up, brother? Yeah, sorry I missed y'all last week. We were in Florida for the week visiting the fam, but we are back for more shipping this week. I did the big shipping yesterday. I shipped out all the orders from being away. wasn't a very busy week, but the weekend was really busy. My week was pretty slow, actually, because I had Mercari and Poshmark turned off. That was part of it. And I had away mode set on eBay, which always seems to slow things down. But I had a decent Amazon FBA week, so that kind of helped too. And coffee was selling really well over the week too. This one's going out to William. So we got a blazer here. Now, don't go running out of here and picking up all these Joseph A. Banks blazers that you see out there. I picked this up at a thrift store. I paid $7 for it. The reason I picked it up is it's 100% camel hair. You can't see that, but maybe you can see it. It's a good size 46R, which is like an extra large. It's got that Glen plaid pattern, which is super, super classic with that camel hair. So I picked it up because camel hair plus great pattern plus good size. It needs to be all three of those things. If this was a size 40, I probably would have passed on it. I paid $7 for this. It sold for $42 plus the buyer's paying shipping. This order, I'm going to make 34. Let's see, 34. I'm going to make 25, 20. I'm going to make $27 off this. I listed this. I had this drafted. I listed it on Friday and it sold yesterday. So not bad for $7 and a $25 profit on that. Don't go picking up all Joseph A. Banks. If you pick up ones that are just like the normal 100% wool ones that don't have like a nice pattern, those will sit in your inventory for 2 years before they finally sell for like $20 or something like that. You got to pick up the nice patterns and the good materials like linen, silk, cashmere, camel hair. Those ones sell pretty good. Literally, this sold in 2 days. And for full asking price, $42 on that camel hair. Nice pattern, was huge on this one. Don't go running and picking up all that Joseph A. Banks. Is that post before me legit? What's up, Trisha? No, I'm packing 3 sales on eBay. Nice. Frenchie. Valerie, do you still need support and donations? Send your fundraising campaign link to this nonprofit organization now. They're currently supporting some fundraising campaign now. It could be good if you send it to them and they support yours also. Thank you for that note. I would encourage folks not to click on whatever that link is. I don't know who that person is, and it seems suspect to me. I'm sorry if you have good intentions, but it looks suspect. It would be a good idea not to click on that link that's up above. Thank you for pointing that out, Frenchie. If you're on Facebook or YouTube, you'll see what I'm talking about. If you're on Instagram, you got nothing to worry about. This is going out to William. Better safe than sorry with that sort of stuff. Unfortunately, we've had a lot of bad apples, bad actors since we've been running this these donations and all that. We've had some just some people looking to try to take advantage of it. There's always those people. If it's well intentioned, I'm sorry, but you just got to be careful with these sorts of things. There's just too much of that crap out there. This one's out the door. Nice $25 profit. Listed for 2 days. Can't argue with that. Look out for that camel hair or linen or silk Joseph A. Banks with the nice patterns. They sell pretty well. Next up is Nike. I think it's these. So this is a Court Vision Low. Very common like model. Not really a lot of value here. These sold for $39. Full asking price on eBay. Kind of looks like an Air Force One, but a less desirable, less expensive model called the Court Vision. This is a women's size 9.5. Let's just confirm the size. Yes. Yes. I don't typically pick these up. This is a leftover from when I used to do all those shoes on Whatnot. How's everyone's? Nobody's told me about their Cyber Monday sales, their Black Friday sales. I want to hear about that stuff. We go live with these shipping lives to show you, just to be transparent about our business. Hopefully you pick up a thing or two, maybe learn something, maybe crack half a smile. We've been doing this for years, creating video content, photo content, and live streams on social media to teach, to inspire, to motivate, to show people that you can do this too. You can build a little business out of your house. And this is full-time. It's been full-time. Oh gosh. This week will be the 4-year anniversary of me being full-time. Went full-time doing this December of 2020. So right now I would have been working my last week with my, under my, what did I put in? I think I put a 4-week notice in. So I would have been working my last week 4 years ago with my notice. Those are out the door. Nike Court Vision lows. I don't usually pick those up unless you can get them for really, really cheap. Those were brand new without the box. Next up is a brand that's fairly new to me. Let me know down below in the chat, yes or no, or Y or N. Do you know this brand, Red Vanley? This one's got an all-over butterfly pattern, men's size large. Picked this up for $20. It sold for $49. I have a whole bunch of these. I've sold probably more than half of them at this point, but I probably picked up about 20 or 25 of them with different patterns, different colors. And I bought them for between $16 and $20 on clearance. They're all brand new with tags. Red Vanley is the name of that brand. It's a new brand for me, newish. I learned that this summer. I gave a 4-week notice when I quit my job too. That was actually the second time I put in my 4-week notice for that job, if you remember that story, because I put in my notice in February of 2020, and then the pandemic happened during my notice. So I was like, yeah, how about we just not do that? Every starting a business story starts with, it doesn't just go super smoothly. So I had to take back my notice, keep my job, and then move across the country. And then what is that, 6-7 months later, did it all again. 8 months later, put in the notice again. And finally moved on. I'm glad that it worked out the way it did, but things they're not supposed to go as planned. It never goes that way. Thanks. That order is going to Jessica. My profit on that would have been, $20 profit on that. So I paid $20, made $20 in profit after fees and shipping and all that. Buyer pays shipping on all of these orders. Next up is for Carlos. Carlos got a Polo Ralph Lauren, another one of these. This one sold for $49. I paid $29 for it. So my profit on this is 14-ish bucks. And again, I shipped actually one of these out yesterday too. Same size, same color, and I still have a couple more. So multi-quantity listing, 1 round of photos, 1 round of measurements, and as they sell, put the money in the bank. Just a classic Polo Ralph Lauren, nice little heather gray color to it. It's going out to Carlos. Carlos is in, where is Carlos? Carlos is in Holyoke, Massachusetts. I quit after the pandemic because people are mean. I feel you. Well, yeah, you were doing all that customer service stuff. Customer service wear you down. Trisha, what's the latest? How's things down in Jacksonville? What's happening? I haven't heard from you in a little bit. Hope you're doing good. I got to print out. I got to get more shipping labels. My shipping labels ran out. It's a good time to remind you that all the shipping supplies I use, including these stacks of 4x6 shipping labels, they're all linked in my profile, or you can go to chris@peak.com. I have an Amazon reseller shopper list where you can find all this stuff. So that's where I go to literally reorder all the stuff that I use, my shipping bags, my boxes, my label printer, the lights that I use, my photo lights, all that stuff is linked at chris@peak.com to make it easy for you to find good quality items that you can trust. Makes it easy for me to reorder the stuff that I already have too. Again, that's at chris@peak.com. It's an Amazon reseller shopping list, a full list of all the stuff I use. And if there's something you have a question about, let me know. I can point you in the right direction. Next up is for Allison. Allison got another Polo Ralph Lauren. This is brand new with tags. Picked this one up for $22. Allison, and this sold for $49. So probably an $18, $19 profit on this right here. Nice pink color, men's size medium. Retail on this is $115, so Allison's getting a great deal. That's like 60% off retail right there. So she's getting a good deal. I'm making a few dollars. That's how the economy hums along. Thank you, Allison. This is going clear across the country to Santa Rosa, California. Shipping label, $4.62. This is going at an 8-ounce rate. $4.62 to ship it from Asheville, North Carolina, all the way to Santa Rosa, California. Haven't been spending much time online lately. I hear you. So what have you been spending much time doing? Spend more time with friends and going on adventures like it. Jesse just got back from Colorado just before Thanksgiving. Life is good and can't complain. Love it. Where did Jesse go in Colorado and what did he get into? That's kind of, I know he likes to go out there to hike, but that's like, it was already snowing, I think, out there just before Thanksgiving. Was he doing some snow hiking or? We got a Brooks Brothers shirt. Hope Jesse's doing well too. This sold for $18.89. Nice modern pattern on this, men's size large. This is actually the Brooks Brothers 346, which is the factory, like the factory store brand or factory store line. But I find that these shirts, whether it's 346 or not, sell for about the same price. What matters here is the size and the pattern, and this is a nice pattern. It also helps when it has the little logo on the chest, that golden fleece. This one doesn't have it, but it sold for $18.89. This took a month to sell. It's going up to Jacob. I paid $5 for it at a thrift store. The key with these Brooks Brothers is the pattern, that modern pattern. That's what people are looking for. If you're wondering like which ones people are looking for, just look at recent sales on eBay, ones that are selling for good prices. Scroll through and look at all those patterns. Those are the ones that people are looking for. That's what's great about eBay is you can literally look at recent sales and you can see what's selling and start looking at like, what's the theme there? What are you seeing? So all that market data is right there for you. Thanks, Jacob. Out the door. So that is a wrap on eBay. Let's do a quick switch. I got some Poshmark and Mercari going out the door. Let's do a quick switch. Let's get a coffee order out of the way. This order is going out to, good question. We got a Peak Taster Pack going out the door. Let me get this fired up. I know he went back to, oh, cool. He went back to the same, I've never been there. I drove like near it, but never been there. He went a little bit all over. He came there after the snowstorms came. He said he had a couple of cool nights, but it was back up in the 50s mid-trip for him. Nice. Yeah, that time of year is like bipolar. Warm, cold, warm, cold. This order is going out to Matt. Thank you, Matt. Let's get a handwritten thank you note out from Matt. Got a Peak Taster Pack. So he got one of each, the light, the medium, and the dark roast. And he actually ordered the French press grind too. So we'll get that out to Matt. Matt's in Minnesota. Matt, if you're watching, thanks so much for your order. What a great gift, I think, the Peak Taster Pack. Warm in this office. He said next year he's going to skip Colorado and actually take me somewhere instead. How nice of him. That's nice. Big Cat in Brooks Brothers Blazers made in USA going to be a must buy at Goodwill. That depends. The Brooks Brothers Blazers are going to be more about the material and the pattern than the made in the USA. The made in the USA is going to indicate that it's vintage. And I don't find that just because that blazer is vintage means it's going to sell really well because it's Brooks Brothers. You're going to look for that attractive pattern, and things like camel hair or linen or silk will help with the sale. But just like a plain small size Brooks Brothers vintage made in the USA blazer, like if it's really plain, solid color, you might have trouble moving it. I mean, have I sold a bunch of those? Yes, but they tend to sit for a little while. So pattern and material, I would put more emphasis on than on vintage with Brooks Brothers. Vintage Brooks Brothers just doesn't have some brands like vintage kind of just means old. Like there's not really a lot of cachet for vintage. And Brooks Brothers, that's largely true. Unless you find one that's got like really cool vintage vibes, like a great plaid pattern, totally different story. Totally different story. All right, let's get this order out to Matt. So I don't need to be kicking myself. Good to know. Yeah, I mean, if it was like plain, solid black, it's probably just got to sit around. It would sell, don't get me wrong, but and if you get them cheap enough, that's the thing. If you can get it for like $3 or $4 or something like that, that's the thing. You can price it at the bottom of the market and then move that thing fast. So also like the blue blazers with the with the gold buttons do really well too. So Peak Taster Pack, these are all French press ground. That's the dark roast. Here's our light roast. Here's our medium roast. So one of each of our roasts. The light roast right now is our fall seasonal light roast, which so far has been my favorite. And we've now had, 1, 2, 3, 4. We've run 6 of the seasons. Right now, the fall has been my favorite of the light roasts. Got some nice like caramel flavors to it and cocoa. And it's a single origin fair trade organic coffee from a small farm in Honduras. I really like the light roast right now. I got a really fun update for y'all. Coffee update coming soon. It's not ready to announce yet, but I do have a fun update, so stay tuned for that. I would announce it if I could. It's just not ready. Working out some details. Thank you, Matt. We're going to throw a little Chris at Peak sticker in there too. If you want to get yourself some coffee, we have links above and down below, or just go to chris@peak.com. You'll find the link for coffee. I'll put a direct link too, just to make it easy for you, because I like you and I like business. Here's a direct link. I'll just drop it down below in the chat so you have it. Love the questions. Thanks, Big Cat Andrew. Always coming in here with a question. Andrew's always trying to learn. That's a sign of a successful person, somebody who's asking good questions all the time. I can dig it. If you have any questions about coffee too, let me know. Happy to talk through coffee. I think it makes an excellent gift. I'm biased in this whole thing, but if somebody gave me a gift of coffee, I would be psyched, especially if it's really good, freshly roasted from a local roastery that knows what they're doing. Especially if that roastery had won Western North Carolina's #1 coffee roaster 11 years in a row, 12 years in a row. They won it again in August. I gotta remember that. 12 years in a row now, which is wild. Nothing like a good tease. Yeah, I mean, I want to announce, Richard, I'm excited about it, so I want to tell you about it today. I just can't. It's just not quite ready. Carolyn is in the house. What's up, Carolyn? Oops, I forgot to hit send on the, how many different grinds? I have 3 different grinds. I have the regular ground, 3 different grinds. The regular ground. What happened to my screen here? Hold on, Instagram's weird. It just like grayed out my screen. And I can't fix it. But I think you can still see me on Instagram. It's weird. It won't let me like type in the chat or anything. It just like blacked out the screen. I can see the screen. It's just like really like dim. I don't know what's going on with it. But anyway, there's 3 different grinds. We have whole bean, which technically isn't a grind. Then we have our regular grind, which is what you would use with a drip coffee maker, your standard, coffee maker. And we also have a French press grind, which is a coarse ground. So if folks use a French press, like Kim and I do, like this person uses a French press, so they got them that coarse ground, French press ground. And of course, our favorite is, the best way to do coffee is undoubtedly to grind it yourself at home. That is the best in terms of like the best freshness, the best flavor is to grind it yourself at home. All right, we got one more coffee order going out the door, and I love this because this is a gift. So this is going out to Lelia and Owen, and our buyer put in a note that said they wanted me to put in like a customized note as a gift. So it says, "With love from Mom and Mark." I love doing those. That's really fun. So we'll get this shipped out. This is 3 bags of our whole bean. And this is our dark roast. This is probably unlike a lot of dark roasts you've had in your life. Most dark roasts are really, really dark, bitter. This is not going to be like that. This is going to be really complex. It's going to have a creamy finish to it, even a hint of fruit, and just a little bit of that roastiness flavor too. So this is more of a medium dark than like a dark. It's going to be great for if you do cold brews or iced coffees. You're really going to enjoy it. If you do espresso, like this is like the name of the game. If you do espresso, you got to try this out, because oftentimes espressos can be just like the way you make that coffee, right? It can be really, really bitter. But when you do an espresso with our Black Mountain Dark Roast, you're going to have a lot of character to that espresso. It's going to be peppy. It's going to be bright, not just all roasty. What's fun is I can truly say that every coffee that we bring to you is literally our favorite coffee. We chose this coffee from 5 different blends that Dynamite put in front of us. We did a blind taste test, and Kim and I chose this one out of the 5. So when we say we love our coffee, we're not playing around. And they put together these 5 different dark roast blends for us to try based on what we had previously shared with them about what we like about coffee and stuff. And this was the 3rd different roast that we offered, our 3rd product. So they also knew our taste pretty well by then. So when we went in there for that blind taste testing, they set us up with 5 that they knew that we would like. We did like all of them, but the Black Mountain Dark Roast is the one that we like the best. So that's what's really cool about this, is I can truly say these are our favorite coffees from our favorite roaster. We have been fans of Dynamite Roasting for years and years and years. So it's kind of a dream to be doing business with them and selling their coffee, because it truly is our favorite. So Frenchie, have a great day. Thanks for popping in, brother. Carolyn, have a coffee question. Whole bean, how long can it sit before grinding storage wise? So we say for maximum freshness to drink the coffee within 30 days. But honestly, most of the stuff that you're buying at the grocery store, more than 90% of it was roasted more than 30 days ago before you even bought it. Some of that coffee was roasted 90 or 120 days ago, and they've already ground it, right, on a lot of cases too. So really, it's fresh for 90 days. That's really ultra fresh. And for the freshy fresh, we encourage people to order what you would drink in a month. So Kim and I drink 5 bags a month. And so we would order 5 bags, and that's how we would do it. Especially if you're doing whole bean, that's going to be ultra fresh for 90 days. But we encourage people, for the maximum freshness and taste, to order what you would order, what you would drink in a month. But if you don't open those bags, especially if you leave them unopened and they are whole bean, that's going to be just crazy fresh for 90 days. And the reason you can order what you would order for a month is you save a lot of money on shipping by ordering more than 1 bag at a time. We do have another order going out from this same buyer, Laura. She bought 2 different gifts. I'm actually out of the Black Mountain Dark Roast and the whole bean. We have it in ground, but that's good, because we really try to run out of the coffee every single week. We get it roasted fresh every Thursday, and we try to sell out of all of it. So we've sold, that's the one SKU that we're out of right now, is the whole bean, but don't worry, we'll get it back in stock on Thursday, and Laura will ship that other order out as that gift for your friends. We'll ship that out for you on Thursday if you're watching. When I was a kid, they had grinders in stores. I don't know if you see that anymore. A lot of coffee shops, if you're buying your coffee from a coffee shop, they'll have grinders there. I think they still have that at the grocery store and stuff. We used to grind before we had a grinder. We would grind when we lived in Colorado. We would go to what's the name of that grocery store? Not City Market. That's the smaller version of it. But yeah, we would pick up coffee out there, and then we would grind it right there in the store and bring it home, because we didn't have a grinder at home. But that's still a thing, I believe. I just never look for it. I don't shop in the coffee aisle at grocery stores anymore. So because we get it shipped fresh. I mean, we get higher on our own supply, so we get it fresh every Thursday too. All right, we got one Mercari order going out the door. This is nothing crazy. I probably shouldn't have bought these. These are brand new with tags, Fanatics hockey sweatshirts. They're nice sweatshirts, but this kind of market's just really flooded. So $70 on that tag MSRP. This sold on Mercari for $21. I think I paid something like $15 or $16 a piece for a whole bunch of these. I had like 20 of them. I bought them about a year ago. I have maybe 5 or 6 of these left. So at $21, remember Mercari has no fees for sellers. So I probably made like $6 profit, or yeah, $5 or $6 profit on this, but it was a multi-quantity listing, whatever, but they've taken forever to sell. This is actually the third one I've sold in the last like 2 weeks. So it's good. It's hockey season. They're starting to move. Let's go. This one's going on Mercari. Buyer paid shipping on this too. No seller fees on Mercari. The buyers actually pay the fees on Mercari, which is strange. But it is what it is. This is going out to Tara. This is going out UPS SurePost. So we'll have to drop this off at either the UPS store or CVS, which is right down the street. Let me know, Carolyn, if that answered your question. You can give me like a scenario. You could say like, I'm buying this coffee for these people, and this is when I'm going to give it to them. What do you suggest? All that. I'm happy to answer that question. Got another eBay order. Oh, a message. What color is that? Somebody's asking me about a color of a shirt. They're looking for the manufacturer color, but it doesn't have it. Whatever. What do we got for orders? We got 2 more Poshmark orders out the door, or going out the door. First up, we got this is an interesting order, actually. So this person bought a Polo Ralph Lauren shirt, this same exact one, size large. Retail on this is $125. Look at that nice floral pattern. They picked this up 2 days ago. I shipped it yesterday for them. So this is going out to Ray. Then he came back today and made an offer, same offer, $60 offer on the same exact shirt. Then he sent me a message. He's like, hey, do you actually have 2 of these? Because I'll take 2 if you have them. And I said, yeah. He's like, cool. I'm giving them as gifts to people, so I want the same exact one twice. Okay, going out the door to you. So the other one's already packed and shipped, or it's already packed and sitting out on the front porch waiting to get shipped. So Ray's getting another one. We had to ship these separately because on Poshmark, Ray did 2 separate orders. There's no way to combine them after they've already been completed. So he paid shipping twice on this. So $60 a piece. Buyer pays, I think it's $7.98, $7.99 shipping on Poshmark now. So thank you, Ray. 2 nice polo shirts going out the door. I paid $30 for this shirt, and I had 2 of them. I actually have another size medium too, but I've sold a few of these actually. I've probably sold a total of like 4 or 5 of them, and I have, I think, 1 left. So another multi-quantity listing that just sells every time they sell. I make something like $15 or $20, and again, 1 listing. Quantity 6, easy cheesy. This is a really cool item right here. So this is a Woolrich. You can see this is a men's size extra large on a modern-ish tag. This is a wool Woolrich, which is really what you're looking for in Woolrich. At least that's what I look for in Woolrich. So I'm looking for wool. I'm also looking for vintage, and I'm looking for items that are like heavy winter type items. Really sell well in Woolrich. The plain cotton shirts, I really don't pick those up. I've picked them up in the past. I don't really do well with them. But if they got vintage with vintage vibes or wool in them or heavy, they're worth picking up. This has got a faux leather collar, and it's a wool blend flannel. Nice heavy winter piece. This sold on Poshmark for a price. And I will tell you said price. Wait for it. It sold for $35, and I paid $5 for this at a thrift store. Took about 2 months to sell. This is like a classic. Like, this is the type of thing that you're looking for on this brand, Woolrich. Same thing, like if you're going to pick up like Eddie Bauer, right? Like this would be a good thing to pick up for Eddie Bauer. This would be very on brand. If you're going to pick up like Duluth Trading, this would be very on brand. LL Bean, like any of those sort of like older classic outdoor brands that aren't really super high end. Those will do well in like a model like this with that contrast collar with the faux leather and some wool in there. So $35 on that, paid $5. That sold on Poshmark. So after fees, 28 minus 5, make $23 on this. And it was in inventory for about 2 months. Could use one of these padded flat rate envelopes. They're free from USPS.com. Yes, you can use flat rate priority stuff for your Poshmark orders. It's going out to Jason. Nice pickup, Jason. This is a nice shirt. Oh, it's got elbow patches on it too, like full leather elbow patches, which definitely helped with the sale on this one too. Thanks y'all for spending a little bit of time with me hanging out. Hope you learned something today. Maybe you took note of a new brand or something within the brand to look for. As we always say, look beyond the brand. That's the key. There's certain things in every brand that sell well or not well, and the more you can learn those things in addition to just learning brands, you can learn those little intricacies like what we just shared about with that Woolrich. That can help you too, because I definitely don't pick up all Woolrich. I definitely don't pick up all LL Bean. I definitely don't pick up all Duluth Trading or Cabela's, right? I'm looking for specific things in those brands that help them sell faster and for more money. And that's kind of the key to really getting your reselling game going with clothing. It's not just memorizing brands. That's a good way to start, don't get me wrong. But you got to start learning beyond the brands too. That's out the door. So that's all our orders. 13 total orders for the day. Had a couple more that came in while we were live on eBay, but I'll just ship those out tomorrow. Just a quick reminder too, we still have some of these left. This is the second year that we're doing our Coffee Lovers gift box, which I think is the quintessential. If you know somebody who loves coffee, this is perfect because we're going to do all the shopping for you. This is going to support 5 different Western North Carolina small businesses. Well, Western Carolina. This one's in Travelers Rest, South Carolina, right over the border. Our friend Caroline made soap that's made with Sept Peak, the medium roast coffee. You get to choose the 2 bags of coffee that you want. We take care of the rest. We pack it. It's going to look beautiful for your loved ones, your friends, your family that love coffee. This is also a great like corporate box or client gift kind of thing. We'll take care of everything. You just put in the order. You choose the coffee. We're going to pack this up. We're going to ship it December 9th and 10th. So it's going to be there in time for the holidays. And you can get that at chrisatpeak.com. There's a link above. There's a link below. They've been selling like hotcakes lately. People are Christmas shopping. And I should mention too that $5 from every box purchased is money that's going to go down to support people in our neighborhood here in Fletcher, North Carolina, people who got totally flooded out by Hurricane Helene. $5 from every box goes to help those folks rebuild. They still have a long road ahead. So appreciate that. So you can feel good that you're supporting small businesses in Western North Carolina, all of which have been challenged big time by this storm. And you're also helping out some people who had the worst of the worst. They had their homes flooded and they're still not back in their homes. Imagine that. More than 2 months since the storm rolled through on September the 27th. Folks are still not back in their homes. They're working hard to get it done. So $5 from every single box purchased helps those folks. We also have donation links, direct donation links linked down below. If you want to help some of our priority families who don't have flood insurance, who still have a long way to go. Really, our biggest priority family right now is Mark and Marianne. They have a long, long way to go. Probably several months before that they're going to be back into their home. So anything you can donate would help those folks out too and make their holidays just a little bit more comfortable knowing that they're making progress to their goals. You've actually helped us raise over $6,000 for Mark and Marianne in just over 2 weeks, which is crazy. It's a tremendous amount of money and it's a great amount of help to them. But they also need a tremendous amount more money to get back into their homes. So they got a long journey. Thanks for supporting them already. And again, you can do that by purchasing one of these Sept Peak mugs. $3 from every mug purchased goes directly to Joy's family. And these are handmade by a local artist in Burnsville, North Carolina too. Beautiful. Every mug's got to be a little bit different because they are handmade. So you're supporting the local artist, and $3 goes to their family. And the Coffee Lovers gift box that I showed you, $5 goes down to support families down there that in our neighborhood that got flooded by the storm who are still out of their houses. So thank you for that. Tomorrow is Giving Tuesday too, so something to think about if you can contribute. We've given you a bunch of different ways. We've got GoFundMe's, Venmo, PayPal, and we've even started offering a couple of products where a portion of the proceeds go to support people. So thanks so much. Y'all have been amazing. You've already helped us raise over $40,000 to our neighbors right down the street, which is an incredible amount of money, an incredible amount of love and generosity. And Kim and I, it means so much to us. It's just crazy to think when this whole thing started, just wild to think that we could be the conduit of all that love, like $40,000. And I remember when we first came, said like, I said, look, I think we can help them pretty quickly raise about $10,000 and bring it down there and help some of these families get started. That was when like ATMs still weren't even online yet. Like, there was no cell phones and all that sort of stuff. It was crazy at that point in time. And I was like, I bet you we can get like 10 grand down to this neighborhood just to help people get started. And now that number is 4 times that. It's 40 grand, which is incredible. It's incredible. And there's still a long way to go. And I'm really, really grateful for everything that you've done so far. But again, tomorrow it's Giving Tuesday. So an opportunity to, to think about what you can give and who you can help. And we got folks right down the street that would love to get back into their homes, and every penny adds up, even $5, $10, that stuff. Most of our donations are that. They're 10, they're 20, they're 50, they're 100, they're $200. That's like 90% of our donations. We've had some big gifts too, but those little, those smaller gifts, they really add up. So thanks, y'all. And of course, these little things add up too. We'll catch you next Monday. Happy Cyber Monday. Thanks for hanging out a little bit with me. We'll see you.